Hey everyone, welcome to Uncanny Derek Comics. This one's going to be a little bit of a short video, and it's going to be about me telling you to try comics before you buy them. I'll explain shortly. And before we get started, don't forget to hit like and subscribe below, and leave me some comments about anything in this video. So this is about trying comic books before you buy them. So what do I mean by that? So years ago, I picked up this copy of X-Men number 66. And on it, when I picked it up at the convention I was at, it had a sticker over top of it. Not a post-it note like this. This is for display purposes. So it said on the sticker, last issue in series and Sal Buscema art. The book itself wasn't too outrageous in terms of pricing, but I was like, let's do it. I'm going to go buy this book. I need it for the collection. So I did it. Took it home. Took it out of the bag, and I noticed that behind the sticker was some damage. And you'll see that is tape that is on the book. There was a tear there, and there was some tape put over top of it. And what I had noticed that was that sticker that was over top of the book was hiding this. And what I had failed to do was check the book before I purchased it. So I didn't try the book before I bought it. And so you can learn from my mistakes, as I have learned. And essentially, you want to try your books before you buy them. Now, what do I mean by that? So to try a book before you buy it, what I'm technically asking is that you try out what the book has to offer. You want to actually open it up from the bag. You want to actually take a look at the book, go through the pages, and make sure that everything's complete with the book. Make sure that there aren't any stickers hiding anything. And what you can do when you're at conventions is ask the shopkeep or whoever is there to open up the book and show you it. If you're comfortable enough, do it yourself. But for older books, I usually have actually asked the people to, let me take a look at the book. I'm not comfortable opening the bag because, we've all had, actually this book later on, you'll notice there's a little tear right there, and I caused that because the damn Scotch tape in the back. I'm going to eventually be changing these all to painter's tape. But anyway, you do want to make sure that the book is correct and it's all complete. And so the only way you can confirm that it's complete is by going through it, and you can't always trust the seller themselves, unfortunately. So there's a handful of things I learned from my mistake, and this was pretty early on in my comic book collecting journey, that I have then considered to do now and be a little bit more forthcoming when it comes to buying books. One of the first things I do is I don't hesitate to open up the bags if they're readily available. I will check a bag, I will flip through the pages, I'll make sure there's no missing coupons or that there's no writing inside of it, just to make sure that the book itself is intact properly. If I don't feel comfortable opening up the bag, I do feel comfortable asking the shopkeep or whoever is at the booth there to say, hey, check that book for me or take it out so I can look at it. I did pick up an X-Men number 10 not too long ago. And the pages seemed fairly brittle just from looking at it, so I actually had them take it out of the bag and actually flip the pages for me because I didn't want to cause any damage to the book in case I wasn't going to buy it. I ultimately did end up buying it, and the pages weren't too bad, but it was something that I knew to do because of my prior experience. Another thing you should do is definitely check price guides. So the X-Men that I did buy, I ended up checking the grade, roughly the grade that I purchased it for. It seemed like too good of a deal at the time because of that sticker over top of it. I'm like, sure, why not? It turns out I did pay about what it was worth. But, a little bit of forwardness from the shop owner would have been pretty nice to know. But you should check the prices before you're jumping into the foray. I usually, before a con, I will go through and see recent sales of books. I will see what the average should be, see what current trends are. I won't do too deep of a dive because I could spend days doing it. But I get a general idea of what I'm going in to look for and the prices I should be paying. And if anything's really out of the way, then hey, that's a red flag going, I should be checking that book. The other big thing you should be doing is not just dedicating everything to one dealer. There's more than one dealer that are out there. There's more than one of these books that are always about, unless you're talking like Golden Age books. But there's tons of different books in different shopkeeps out there that will have different books for you to buy from. So if you're in a convention specifically, don't just stop at one booth and keep committed there. Maybe the X-Men 66 that I found would have been at another booth, maybe a couple dollars more or a few tens of dollars more, but I wouldn't have had this bad situation that I had to deal with. So the sum of the story is definitely try the books before you buy them. Make sure you're talking to the vendors. If you can, build a relationship with them, especially if you see them at the same conventions over time. You can definitely get to know the guys, and definitely take the books out of the bag, or at least, move the stickers around before you buy them and don't end up in the same situation that I did. Of course, if you did like this video, please click like and subscribe. Leave some comments below, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.